Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the intermingling of love and trauma. Now, I know I like to talk about love a lot, and I'm not talking about romantic love in this way, in this video at all. This is nothing to do with romantic love. This is human love, love that exists in all kinds of ways. Love between friends, love between two human beings, love between um, a father and a child, or love between, or a mother and a child, a parent and a child. I'm talking about love, human love. Like, let's talk about friend love right now. And the reason I'm talking about that is because I've had a situation where I've had a kind of unpleasant exchange in the last few days, and it's been on my mind. So I want to address that. And see if there are other people going through something similar, and if I can help in some way. So um, this is a little bit difficult, so I'm not going to obviously say anything that's going to give anything away. Even for those who know me, I don't want even the slightest amount of things to be given away. But okay, what I'm going to start off with is just how much every single human being on the planet, every single human being on the planet wants love. They want to be loved and they want to love. I've addressed this in the last few videos as well. And so I'm going to go a little bit deeper. So it's not just that we want to be loved, we want to love, we want to be able to trust other people. So that's why when we first meet people, many times we project things on them. We decide that this person is, we make up a story in our head of who the person is. We don't know the person yet, but we create a picture, and we tend to put people up on a pedestal, and we like, okay, this is what this person is, because we want them to be that good, because we want people to be good, because we want to trust people, because we want to love people, because we want to give love to people, because we want the world to be a good place, and we want to be able to give them love. So we project. Everybody who comes into our life, we have some level of projection or the other. Some people we have more, with some people we have less. But with most people, we have, even if we have even the slightest bit that this person is good, we project onto them, and we're like, oh, you're the kindest person on the planet, or the people will say things like that sometimes to me, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm very very human, very very human. Please don't do that. Please don't project that on me. I have my problems as well, right? Please don't do that, because I will fall off your pedestal for sure. I will fall off, because I am a human being. I'm very much a normal human being. Don't do that. So we all do that. We all do that with people. We project. This, what I'm getting at is, this shows the extent to which we want to love people. This is evidence that we don't only want to be loved by people, but we want to love people, and we're wired so deeply, so inherently for connection and love with other people. We crave it in everything we do. All of the fears that we have, even all of the ways we push people away, is also because we want it so bad that we're afraid that if we build that connection and we'll be and we they don't meet our expectations, we'll be hurt. But we don't want to be hurt in love. We want to be loved, and we want to love, and we want to trust. And so that's why we, all of our traumas, all of the traumas that we either carry from this life or past lives, all of our traumas also come from that fear. Of love, of not being loved in the way we want to be loved, and not being able to love, and not being able to trust other people in the way we want to love and trust other people. um okay, so now I've touched upon the trauma side of it. When the another evidence of it is when somebody else, we are not involved in the picture at all, let's say we're watching somebody else loving somebody else, then we get this intense feeling of joy. Like if we see a couple on the road holding hands and walking, we feel good, we feel this joy, we feel this sense of immense amount of love and joy within our hearts. And if we see people fighting or yelling at each other or arguing, completely like complete strangers, we don't know them at all, and they're still fighting, we feel that angst within us. we feel so much angst within us. Now, if there is a person in our lives that we feel like is not good for us and we let them go, we still feel that angst. We feel so much anxiety at that time. We feel so much fear many times. I mean, we have to work through it. I think every single human being has to work through that and get to a place where, like, it's okay to let people go. But there is always a feeling of sadness. But many times there is not only just a feeling of sadness, it's a feeling of terror or panic almost, right? It's like, oh my goodness, what is going on? I'm going to have to leave this person. What if I don't find somebody else? What if I'm alone? What if this feeling of this fear of being alone, this fear of being abandoned is so deeply ingrained in us. We are so wired for connection that people will, I mean, basically their entire lives they'll spend just keeping people at a distance and finding excuses to keep people at a distance, or because they don't want to be hurt, because they want the connection so badly that if they get the connection and it doesn't work out, they'll be hurt. Or we will chase after it, like, the anxious people, that's avoidant anxious kind of phenomenon. The anxious people will chase after it. The avoidant people will, the reason is the same. We want the connection and we're afraid it's not going to work, but the anxious people will chase after it. So there is yeah, so even when there are two independent people going through a bad situation, we feel bad. If I'm telling a story to someone about how a relationship of mine ended, and I'm telling it to someone else who has no idea who this person was 20 years ago, let's say, and I'm talking about how a relationship and a friendship, a friendship with a woman, that kind of friendship ended, then this person right now invariably will feel sad. They will understand, yes, things don't work out. They have also gone through the same situation, but they'll feel sad. So this feeling of sadness within us is more evidence towards just how much we crave to have love in the world, and how much we dislike, how much we like the idea of love, and how much we're averse to the idea of conflict, how much we're averse to the idea of disconnection. Not just conflict, but conflict can be good, but disconnection, like when things end. So okay. So now that I've set this huge context for this, I just want to talk about, so when you feel like, now the future, or yeah, so when you feel a disconnection in your life and when you feel like something has ended, then maybe you're feeling this intense FOMO kind of thing, like, oh, I'm going to lose out, I'm going to miss out on something, and there is something wrong with me because I'm not able to handle relationships, or I'm not able to keep relationships going, or things end with every time when I'm with people, or whatever. Like, you can get into this feeling of sometimes just panic or terror. Or maybe you're in particular situations, you're not in that feeling. You know that you did the right thing and you've ended this thing because you've seen some things that just don't work, and you don't have any ill feeling towards anybody at all. You understand that the person just at the moment doesn't have the capacity to have the kind of relationship that you need, and for whatever reason they don't have the capacity for it in the moment. So you are withdrawing, and you don't know where the future will take you, but for the moment you're withdrawing, and you're comfortable. Like this, that's where I'm at right now. I'm comfortable. I'm okay with the fact that I'm withdrawing, but there is still this feeling of sadness. So this whole day I've not felt like shooting these videos. I do 3 videos a day. I've not felt like shooting them. I'm wanting to eat. I'm wanting to emotional eat. I'm so desperately wanting to go and eat ice cream right now, but I'm thinking, okay, I have a homemade recipe for an ice cream, so what I'll do is I'll go and I'll buy the ingredients for that ice cream and make it, at least so that I'll reduce the impact rather than have outside ice cream. I'll at least reduce the impact and have inside homemade ice cream, which will be still sugar, but at least better. So yeah, but I'm feeling all of that, and I'm not feeling like shooting these videos, and I'm not feeling like sharing, and I'm just feeling like hiding from the world. And I'm doing it. I'm doing these videos because that's my commitment for the day. I have a few things that are a commitment, absolute commitment for the day, so I'm going to do them, which is great, which keeps me going. Because if I allow myself to go into this feeling, and if I allow it to overtake my life, then it can go into a downward spiral so fast. So it's important. And at the same time, what I wanted to say, the main thing I wanted to say is, it's okay to not feel amazing every time, and it's okay to not be able to overcome it immediately. It's okay to feel this like this ness feeling, because we are wired for connection and we are wired for love, and anything that's not love does not feel good to us. And it's okay to pray to God or universe or whatever, just to whatever you believe in, to pray, to say, please help me understand, to please help me get to this place of utter pure eternal bliss where I'm with you. For me, it's to pray to Krishna to take me with him to Golok Vrindavan where he lives, and everything is blissful there all the time. And everyone is loving God, and everybody is happy that other people are loving God. There's no envy, there is no pride, it's all pure humility, it's pure love, it's pure depth, it's pure bliss. It's just an ever expanding ocean of bliss. Anandambuti Vardhanam. Anand is bliss, Ambuti is ocean, Vardhanam is expanding. So ever expanding ocean of bliss. So it's okay to pray, and it's okay to allow ourselves to feel bad, and also not to let ourselves go beyond a certain threshold. We can set a specific threshold for ourselves, that this, I'm going to be doing this, even if I do a bad job of it today, even if I'm not up to them, like if whatever it is, if what I'm going to do it, because that minimum thing helps us in the future. It helps us, it'll help me tomorrow, because if I take a break today, then I'll have to do 6 videos tomorrow, and that'll be very overwhelming, and I might still not be okay tomorrow. So it'll not help me in any ways. So yes, to have a threshold for the minimum that we're going to be doing, like I'm going to take a shower, and I'm going to do these videos, and that's it. Like maybe nothing else during the day if I choose to, but something like that. And then also allow ourselves for the rest of the time to just to to um, to wrap ourselves up, and to to feel bad, to feel low, to curl up in a fetal position, to hide under the blanket, to watch a sad movie or whatever. It's okay to do that, and it's probably very healthy to do that, because you're not running away from your pain, you're not hiding from it, you're not burying it, you're acknowledging it, you're feeling it, you're allowing yourself to feel that pain. Yes, I feel this pain, and I feel the pain of feeling the pain, as in I feel the pain of knowing that I am not so advanced that I can just overcome it in a moment. I'm okay to know that I'm human, and I'm okay to know that I'm still affected by things, and that's fine. And I love myself for all of it. Whoever I am, wherever I am, I love myself for all of it. Okay, yeah, that's it for this video. Wish you a day filled with personal spiritual growth. And if you are going through scenarios where you're feeling disconnected from people, I wish you the ability to dive into that and to feel into that in as best a way as you possibly can, and to heal through the feeling rather than healing through burying or hiding or running away from it. Okay, wish you a beautiful day. Radhe Radhe.